Uh-oh, stream's going to crash. Are we good? I think we're good for another few minutes there. That's getting real loud, that old computer. Lord. Thank you for the membership, Morris Chestrock. It's still early-ish, but I think Bo becomes champ once he gets his shot. Whittaker, Ozzy, Sean, DDP, Hamzat. Doesn't matter. Is he? Yeah, Sean, DDP, Hamzat. Doesn't matter. What's your opinion of Bo and his chances? I don't know. I can see Bo Nickel break into some damage, like that he finally... The thing is, chat, we're going to find out if Bo Nickel's okay to deal with, like, absolute resistance against a top-level opponent. Most of these fighters, like, experience a loss of a round on the regional scene or something like that, you know? Whereas Bo Nickel's going to, like, start to, like, lose a moment, and it's going to be, like, Chimaev in front of him, or Whittaker in front of him, or Duplessis in front of him, or Strickland. And then it might snowball against him. Like, that's the problem I have with Bo Nickel, but he could do really well. He's ginger, you know, so he's obviously got an advantage there when it comes to fighting. Don't list place. I saw you message me that once. You've ruined people forget, man. If Moicano is underranked, like, even let me tell you something from Moicano. I know I didn't do that. Moicano did that. But even let me tell you something. Hey, let me tell you something. I always think, Moicano, let me tell you something. Thank you for the $5. If Moicano's underranked, where should he be? What's the real top 10 at lightweight? Chat, yes or no? I think Moicano should be above Fiziev. In terms of what each of them have achieved, if Gaethje can be above Holloway while being slumped out cold by him, then a little bit of an early stoppage on Fiziev against Moicano, which happened way longer ago, shouldn't be holding him back at lightweight, dude. He's achieved a lot more right now at lightweight than Fiziev has. What's Fiziev's best win at lightweight? Bobby Green win a really close decision? You know? Moicano, I guess. It wasn't crazy early, but there's an argument, you know? He was still there on the ground trying to set up a guard at least. But, yeah, I think Moicano should be above Michael Chandler. I think above Michael Chandler, I'm A-okay with that. Seeing as how Chandler's been out for 2.5 years, I'm A-okay with him being above Chandler, Dariush, Gamrot, and Fiziev. I think he should be at number 7, just underneath Dan Hooker, because Hooker just beat Gamrot, which is a good win. People forget, man. Francis, after Derek Lewis fight, says there's a deeper story to Francis leaving and that he could have made more at the UFC. All right. I don't think it's just entirely about money. I think Ngannou did want a bit of freedom and to push the Africa thing. And you used to say you're a tall 6'2". Now you say you're a tall 6'3". I actually used to say I was 6'4". Then I said I'm probably more of the tall 6'2". But I just wanted to undercut myself so I didn't get fraud checked by DDP potentially, because that was a fear of mine, to be honest with you. If I would have met DDP and he would have been the same height as me, and I would have been, fuck. Because the only way I've ever measured height is by putting my hand like that onto a wall and then held my finger on it and measured with like a tape measure. You know, I've never been measured by a doctor since I was at school. Thank you for the $8 Australian. Whittaker looked excited to fight. Dude, why is everyone so... Stop mentioning my height, dude. It's so... Honestly. It's so lame. Whittaker looked excited to fight. Hamzat looked... I'm tall. Like, I'm sorry. You know? God. I'm off by half an inch of height. Cool, dude. You don't make DDP look small if you're not over 6'2", dude. Thank you for the $5. Jesus Christ. Every day we get this shit. Max looks like he's going through a bad cut. We'll see Saturday. We'll find out Saturday night. Impression thing. Does Chris Barnett have better cardio than Mikel Pereira? You know what, chat? He actually fucking does. Yes or no? Like, he may not be able to push past exhaustion as much as Mikel Pereira, but I bet you he'll get exhausted less quick than Charles Barnett or Chris Barnett, sorry. I bet you anything, dude. And that's fucking insane. Mikel Pereira never trained a day in his life. Just does capoeira in the mirror for a minute every morning and then goes back to bed. Honestly. Wouldn't be surprised if he'd actually been fucking hibernated over the past however many years it's been. You've ruined... People forget, man. For everyone here, I know they can't. What's your diet? Dude, stop all this gym stuff, dude. Can we move on from it? Salmon, smoked, honey roasted salmon, beef, mince meat beef, chicken, Mexican style chicken, regular chicken, and then chicken wings, and then some eggs accordingly. Maybe some spinach. I'm trying to incorporate more spinach. I take multivitamins. I take vitamin C. Thank you again for the $50, Giuliano Henti. It's a lot of money, dude. Appreciate that. Holloway's going to accept the challenge, the exchange out of anger. I don't think so. You know what I can see a lot of in this fight, chat? Holloway slipping a few shots. I'm making this prediction right now, chat. Holloway's going to slip a few shots of Ilia Topuria and do this. Yes or no? Bet you anything. So see it. That's my one read for this fight. We're going to see that so much. You know, like you're doing the Matador thing with the red thing, the red bit of a flag to the ball. If Ilia comes charging in and whiffs on Holloway, 100% we're going to see some of this at some point in the fight. That's the move. That's 100% the move. One of them's going to do it anyway, even if it's Ilia. Ilia might slip a few of Max's shots and do that as well. You know? Thank you for the $2. $5. Just seen Rakic took Anthony Smith to a decision. He dominated him, though. And hasn't won since COVID. Shake my head, I have to go Ankalaev. Won't trip if Rakic ruins my parlay, though. Yeah, I've got to go Ankalaev. He just seems incapable of finishing. How do you see Holloway versus Topuria playing out stylistically? Just finished an hour of film study between the two and have Topuria winning pretty early. I have Topuria winning as well. I could say finish. I might want to say finish, right, to be honest with you. Thank you for the $7 Canadian, but hour of film study between the two. I have Topuria winning. I think he's going to tag Max and do enough damage to where Max is like on the back pedal quite often. And that will give him the image of winning rounds. I also think, chat, that it's going to be so much of a competitive fight that if Holloway's scar tissue starts opening up, yes or no, they will give the rounds to Ilia Topuria in Abu Dhabi. Like, I think the UFC, chat, as much as they love Holloway, I think they're pushing for Ilia Topuria. So if there is going to be a lean, I think they'll give it to Ilia. And if there's anyone who's going to win a robbery decision, I reckon they will give it to Ilia Topuria as well. These in a fight this close stylistically, those are some factors that they want. Now, they love Max. I don't think they do. Max doesn't bring a new market for them. He merely entertains the current market. He can do that as a contender. Ilia as a champion opens up all kinds of doors in Spain for them, you know. And Spanish-speaking MMA. That's why they pushed the Mexican champ so much, you know. But unfortunately, Mexican, so they kept getting their ass whooped. But, you know, this opens up Spanish-speaking MMA because who else speaks Spanish? Pantoja's Portuguese, Pereira Portuguese, heavyweight, Tom, English. They have that market already. Duplessis, South Africa. That's something they might want over Strickland. But yeah. Thank you for the, yeah, honestly, dude, have you seen the clip of Max talking about the one-word association for fighters? Same thing again. Absolutely the same thing again. What was it? What was he doing? Beast, 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 diamond, beast, beast, beast. Like, there's nothing to him. I love Holloway's style. I love his grittiness. I think he's a savage. And always brings a fun fight. But, like, dude, I think they want Ilia as the promotional person. You know what I mean? Who's more likely to go on a promo tour around the world for the UFC? It's Ilia, not Max. A win for the UFC, no matter who wins, true. Not like light heavyweight, yeah, where they need Pereira to win. Very true. What are the chances of Ilia hurting him then? Sub. I could see it. But Holloway's submission defense is really good. So I could see it. I could see him hurting him and then shooting. Oh, $5. Impression of Max finding out Ilia has a tattoo of his own fucking face on his chest. Did you know that, by the way? Yeah, between the tiger. I mean, I don't mind it, dude. Thank you for the $5. It's a little self-absorbed, but, you know, Ilia could be a worse person than just being a little bit into himself. Thank you for the $5. We gonna find out Saturday night. That's my impression of Max finding out about Ilia's tattoos. We gonna find out Saturday night, baby. We gonna find out Saturday. Be honest, Goo, you go in on Max because of his fans. Yeah, it's funny to annoy them because they do cope a lot. But, you know, I like Max as well. I'm a Max Holloway fan. I just think Ilia is better for the sport right now. Let's face it, chat. Who brings more value as a contender? Holloway or Ilia? Holloway, 5 times the amount, I think. I think Ilia's star power is directly tied to him having a belt. Whereas Max Holloway's star power, it kind of, yeah, it would be increased if he had a title again, but I feel like his star power doesn't need a belt. Like its limit isn't capped by not having a belt. You know? I think Ilia brings more value as a champion. He needs the championship more for his star power than Max Holloway needs it. So I'd rather have Ilia as a champ. We get the star more for his star power than Max Holloway needs it. So I'd rather have Ilia as a champ. We get the star in him, and Holloway as featherweight and lightweight, and we get a big name in him as well. Rather than Holloway winning, being a bigger name, slightly bigger name, and then no one giving a fuck about Ilia. You know what I mean? Which is probably going to be the case. But there are some fun fights at featherweight, though. Impression of Max Holloway being asked what comes after Friday. We're going to find out Saturday night. Thank you for the membership, Nathan D. Thank you, Martin Fernandez. Appreciate that, dude. Hey, we're going to find out Saturday night, baby. I said this earlier today, they should move the fucking event to Sunday just to mess up Holloway's lines. Would your brother beat Till in a Taekwondo match? In a Taekwondo match, probably not. But in his prime, yeah, my brother was really good at Taekwondo. Better than me. For pound. Nah, not number one pound for pound, sorry. But he'll go down as a GOAT for sure. Thank you for the $2. Lord, forgive me. Yeah. All right. Did you see Ilia tells Max he'll be ready for him in the middle of the cage to do it for the fans, and Max shakes his head no? Yeah, I did see that, yeah. But here's what it is, dude. We're going to find out Saturday night. No, Max only does the point down to the ground when the opponent is a beaten, broken mess. You know, that's the way it goes. I mean, that's a fact, right? He doesn't do it for fights that he's losing and they say, I know, it's to give the opponent a chance to win, but he's won other fights before and not done that, you know? So, I mean, against Yair Rodriguez, he was winning and he didn't point to the ground because he was having a bad fifth round against Yair Rodriguez. So, I like Holloway, but this is true. It's not to give him a chance to win. Like, it's just if he's facing a broken and battered opponent that has been schooled and is like a shell of themselves, he just points to the ground and then gets into a dogfight with him. No offense, but it's the truth. I don't hate Holloway. I love Holloway. I'm just saying reality, dude. I love Holloway, though. He's a sick fighter. Entertains every single time. Who gives a fuck? I'm answering a question. Thank you for the $2. Someone clearly donated $5 to give a fuck. So, sorry, I said the truth, and now no one actually gives a fuck. Conveniently. The fuck? Holloway's been to a decision a lot of times. Doesn't point to the ground a lot of the time. I feel like it'll be Max versus Poirier all over again. True. I could see it, yeah. But like like different style version. But yeah, similar in terms of the damage backing up Max and cuts opening up and shit like that. Big head equals better chin. Yeah, but only if you've got a short, stubby neck, which I have. So I think I have a pretty good chin. Thank you for the $20. That guy at the press conference makes him seem more in the Saudi pocket. No, I think Dana White just does some things like, holy shit, this fucking press conference is fucking boring as fuck. Holloway's only got one five-word sentence that he's capable of saying. I'm going to make a moment here at the press conference that will bring more eyes to the event. It costs nothing for him just to sign a random guy. It builds the guy as a name. And I don't think he's in the Saudi pocket for it. I think he knows that's what makes the press conferences. Like, let's face it, the UFC 300 press conference would have been dog shit if he didn't say that there was 300K bonuses anyway, you know? So it's actually worth it for him. Call it intuition, but I have a sneaky suspicion that we're going to find out Saturday night. I hear from Holloway that we might actually... crazy, dude. They are good odds. If Dana wanted a moment, should have made Tom replace Stipe for the MSG card. True. Usman got the easiest... Yeah, he should have done that. But he's not going to do that. Because the UFC is not about big moments anymore. They're about fucking saving stars. Usman got the easiest matchup with Jack. When you come to the States, I'll hide my mayo behind lock and key. True. Thoughts on Colby versus Buckley? It's a dumbass fight. It's like the least sensible fight. And Buckley would probably beat the shit out of him, to be honest with you. But, yeah. Colby should fight the Ian Gary fight or just retire from the sport already. It's pissing me off. Shout out to Matthew, please. He's goated. Shout out, Matthew.